can actually inject the bumpers, which is our main product. And the smaller ones, we also provide these smaller parts to Hyundai. That's why we have a different types and sizes of injection molding machines. So everything is basically just automatic. So there's nothing really human actually do except once the machine actually inject the part, the human actually take it out from the rail, which you can see on the other side, and then they take the part and then put it into the pallet. So like that, like if you see that person like there through the cage, there's a rail, and then there's a person who's actually taking out the part from the machines, and then they just put it into the pallet. That's the basically only thing that we need a human's hand on this machine, except when it broke. Yeah, of course, people have to fix it. So we have a warehouse in nearby Hyundai. Including that warehouse, we have almost 500-ish. Yeah. So this is the area where we keep all our stack. Because our paint shop, we can't really paint everything at once. So we have a sequence, which means the Hyundai send out the specific order list that they want us to get, and then based on that order list, we pick the part from this storage area, and then our paint team start to paint the part. Our contract between Hyundai and us is for mainly bumper. So we are the only one who can actually provide the bumper to Hyundai, according to the contract. It's a permanent contract. That's why that was the condition that we built our manufacturing facility here with a Hyundai. Yep. That's the only two we are actually producing from here. But starting from this summer, there's one more vehicle adding, which is NQ5. That's Sportage, Kia Sportage. Hyundai is actually manufacturing the Kia vehicle as well, starting from this summer. So we're gonna do the 3 vehicle starting from this summer. Yeah. So this is the what I told you sequence. Yeah. So every 3 minutes or 4, sometimes 20 minutes, that's the order from Hyundai. Wow. So they send out all the data. So this is the live data. So once they send it, like we see it here, like immediately, and then depends on the order, we choose the right product from here. We pre-made the product because they only give us 2 hours from we see the data here until we actually arrive at their dock, and then the distance between here and Hyundai is like almost 40 minutes. By like we drive, but when truck drives, it actually takes more because they only goes up like 70, like we usually, so that we only have like an hour to make everything, and it's nearly impossible to do the injection, paint, and assembly within an hour. So we basically just pre-made all the bumpers that's been popular, and we get penalty, which is $1,000 per minute. Yeah, that's a penalty. That's the contract between us and Hyundai. So, yep. So all the other side of that factory is the storage. So all those boxes are coming from South Korea. So usually we call it KD. It's a Korean product, basically. So this is our paint line. So basically, everything is automatic except loading and unloading. We'll go upstairs and then we'll see the actual robots to paint the parts. So this is the first process of our paint, which is CO2. Basically, we just freeze the surface of the parts. So basically, the reason why we're doing this is because to make it clean again. We freeze all the obstacles and dust and stuff, and it will just drop off from the parts once they got freezed. That's why we do the CO2. So this is the base booth where you actually make it color. This is where you actually change the color on the parts. Yep.
This one looks so cool. This part.
Yep. And for the building 2 that we're building right now, we'll have the identical paint line as a paint 1. So after they finish the clear, we can really see from here, but it will go to the oven, this side. So we can really see that's the end of the booth, but once they go into there, it's a baking oven, it's really hot in there, so it's just dry the parts, dry the paints. And then they go all the way around there. There's no access there, so we have to kind of go down from here, but it will come down to here, basically. And all the parts that actually passed the inspection got stacked up in the pallet, and then they move to the assembly line, and then they just stay there until they get used, basically. And that's basically the whole process of our facility. And we'll have very same process for the building too, but just making different parts. Yep. Yeah, I think that's about it about their facility.
Models are you producing right now?
Currently 2, in the summer 3. Yeah, and then next year, April, we're adding 1 more, so 4. Next year, April, 1 more, so 5. So by next April, we'll have like 5 models. Yeah.